what's going on with the Carson Wentz poster behind Perloff. Now, if you're new to the show, you're just tuning in, Perloff has a blown-up SI cover, an old SI cover with Carson Wentz in a Philadelphia Eagles uniform behind him. Now, this created a lot of bad mojo and bad feelings for everyone in the CBS Sports Radio studios because Carson Wentz is now a notorious loser, somebody who doesn't deserve this kind of, top billing and such a prominent place in our show. If anything, it should be Jalen Hurts behind you. But even besides that, it's just like Carson or nobody. Now, we were on board with 1,000 new YouTube subscribers. We were going to destroy the Carson Wentz poster and do it live on the show. And while I thought we were all on board, Perloff has now defected, and he wants to save the poster. And not just that, he wants to create an entire Carson's Corner that's going to be full of Carson Wentz and other Carsons.
And Carson's Corner is coming either way. There'll just be no Carson Wentz in it if we get to the desired mark. Carson's Corner has nothing to do with Carson Wentz.
Okay.
It's just vaguely inspired by it.
He also said all Carsons will have to be approved by the committee of me, you, Samter, Stu, and all the Weedos.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're the only one who's against Carson's Corner, but we all, except for me, want to get rid of Carson Wentz. If we don't hit 1,000, Maggie, Carson Wentz is not only is he staying, he's becoming more prominent in the studio.
Okay. So this is what I'm up against, basically. And I want to destroy the poster, and I want to do this on the live stream. And I've been sending emails back and forth with HR about lighter fluid and about shredders and all this stuff, and I don't want all those emails just to go to waste. So right now, we have... Okay. How many do we need to get to over the top? We need, drum roll please, 350 new subscribers to get over the top.
Okay.
And to destroy the poster. And we said we were going to do this by the end of the NBA Finals. But here's the big announcement, everybody. I'm willing to put my body on the line for this cause.
Okay, let's explain because people might read that the wrong way.
One of the great moments in the history of the Maggie and Perloff show. I'm just realizing now how that really sounds.
Yeah. I don't know if that's...
I'm not for sale or anything, but in some ways maybe I am. Hold on. My spirit might be,
really
my spirit might
you
be
hate
for
Carson
sale.
Wentz that much?
I didn't when we started this, but now I really do. I really want to I'm going to put everything on the line here for the last 350 subscribers. We don't know when the finals are going to end, but I have a feeling that might have been Miami's best stand. So here's my new challenge and promise to you. One of the great moments in the history of the Maggie and Perloff show, our very young history, as we've only been around for a year and a half, is Perloff eating an entire jar of peanut butter, and not just eating the peanut butter, just really destroying 16 ounces and then going for the second jar. I mean, that's where things kind of fell off, but you were a warrior that day.
Thank you.
To get to the end, to push us over the finish line, if we get 350 subscribers by the end of the week, as a compliment to what Perloff did in eating the 16 ounces of peanut butter, I will eat 16 ounces of jelly live on the show. Live on the show.
Whoa.
He put down the peanut butter. I'll put down the jelly. But this is only as a push and as a sacrifice that I am personally making so that we can get over the top with the 1,000 new YouTube subscribers. I'll put down the jelly.
I have to see this.
We got to figure out
so many questions.
We got jellies, jams. We'll get through all of that.
Now, listen.
But we need the 350 subscribers, else I'm not doing it because it will probably give me diabetes.
Listen, if we're going to talk jams and we're talking seeds and we're talking major health risks here, and I don't want HR to get involved again. If it's a jam, I think we have to have an EMT in the room because a raspberry jam or a blackberry jam, especially like an organic one, you could choke on that.
I'm going to be fine. Angie's in the chat saying, that's so much sugar. Oh, my God. I know. And I've thought this through, and we still have to decide if we're going to go sugar-free, if maybe there's like a low sugar option.
What's sugar-free jelly? That exists?
It's probably disgusting.
I mean, you were going organic smooth, so I feel like you should be able to go sugar-free.
I mean, I'm going to bring in many jams and jellies, and we'll all decide together. Tyler asking if I'm going to be clothed or unclothed. I'm going to be wearing clothes. Get me in trouble.
Hey, you started this conversation off, Maggie.
I know.
Now, I'm looking. There are sugar-free jams, and they look gross.
Are you going to bring in a marmalade, maybe?
Laura saying, oh, my God, don't do it, Maggie. Listen, I'm doing it because I'm sacrificing something big for the show because I want the YouTube subscribers. That's how badly I want them.
If you had your choice of flavors off the top of your head, what would you go with?
I'm a big raspberry jelly person.
Really? I would go grape. I love grape.
Yeah, I don't love grape.
You don't love grape jelly?
No, I'm a raspberry strawberry person.
What is the default jelly? Is it grape or strawberry?
Yeah,
I think
it's
grape. Yeah,
Welch's is grape. But it doesn't mean it's the best. It's just the original.
What goes better with peanut butter?
They all do.
Grape is the best.
I think grape, strawberry.
Grape and,
Here's the thing about the grape jelly. The grape jelly is so fake. Like, it's in that real gelatinous, at least with the raspberries or the strawberries, you get hints of raspberry, hints of strawberry,
I like
the actual
fake.
fruit.
I like the fake.
There's no grape seeds in grape jelly. Like, it's just, it's coloring food.
Yeah, it's basically,
food
exactly. I like, on Thanksgiving, I like the cranberry in a jar. I
do like that also. My mom makes the fresh
grape
one.
Jelly, yeah.
I do like the canned one. And that's going to help me in this challenge.
My family gets offended that I don't like the fresh. I prefer the canned as well.
Yeah.
I could, by the way, Thanksgiving, if we want to spin this forward, I could down a few cans of that stuff.
No, that's for another time. That's another challenge. It's another time. We're in the middle of the summer right now. We're not talking about Thanksgiving.
Well, by the way, is anyone else craving a peanut butter and jelly desperately right now?
Definitely.
Right, you have no idea.
Okay.
Tom put apricot. I forgot about apricot jelly. Also delicious.
Apricot jelly is good, but that's more like an English muffin thing, not a peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, you can't go marmalade, too. Marmalade is apricot. Isn't that what marmalade is?
No, but my kid watched Paddington Bear on the flight recently and now only wants marmalade, but I think he thinks it's cookies. It's been a disaster. Anyway, marmalade's taken up a really big moment
I watched
in my
that
home.
new Nick Cage movie, the Massive Talent movie, whatever, and they'd make a big deal about Paddington 2.
Yes,
so now I need to see Paddington 2 and 1.
Paddington
Great
2
drug scene in that movie.
Paddington 2 is really good.
They literally make a whole part about that movie with Paddington 2.
Yeah, this... I'm looking. There's
Nick
a lot of
in
options
Texas
here.
says, hot take, I hate peanut butter and jelly. Nick.
That's weird.
Wait,
It's funny. We met Nick. Nick is a completely normal person. That's a totally abnormal thing to say.
Can we DQ Nick now? I mean, when I mean DQ, I mean like he has to have the wings even if it's 6 games. If you don't like peanut butter and jelly, like you have to.
Just for that?
I mean, come on, Nick. I love Nick. Nick, you're my boy.
Can we talk again? Maggie gets mad at me for one thing that I like to talk about.
What?
Can we talk about that time we got those high-end peanut butter sandwiches in Los Angeles?
Bring it up like once a week.
With
You just-
Mangold?
I think about
Yeah,
it.
with
With Nick
Nick
Mangold, the
Those were
former
awesome.
Jets offensive lineman. I
Now
think about
Sanders
it.
going to bring it up.
I bring it up once a week, but I think about it about 8 times a week.
They were so good.
There was a sandwich where they took the bread and they put peanut butter and jelly and bacon, and you'd think they wouldn't go together. Oh, man. CeeLo, I'm
sounds
telling
good.
you, it wasn't just good.
No, it was like a religious experience that Perloff had in this place in L.A. And Nick Mangold is a former center for the Jets.
He knows food.
He knows food, but he's massive. He's a former offensive lineman. So he's eaten everything under the sun. It is really hard to impress him. And meanwhile, Perloff's having an out-of-body experience because of a peanut butter and jelly with bacon on it, and Mangold's like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, I've had 50 of these.
Yeah, no, it was hard to impress Nick Mangold. He brought his own barbecue sauce, everything. He put barbecue sauce on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich,
Yeah,
which I thought was an odd choice.
That was not as good as the
All right,
bacon.
Sampler, what's your super gross peanut butter sandwich again?
Oh, don't bring it up with the onions.
It's not mine. It's Fred Savage's.
Okay.
Peanut butter and onion.
Ooh.
You have to admit.
Everybody who
it's against the
hears
grain.
it initially says that. Then they taste it and they're like, all right.
All right, so here's the deal.
Yeah.
This is my promise to you. 350 new subscribers by Friday. Monday morning, I'm eating the jelly on the show.
How long do you think it'll take? Are we talking a half hour
Do I have
like
to
the
be
peanut
timed
butter?
like yours?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you might as well get it over with. I
Yeah.
think you could do it like ripping a Band-Aid, just down that straight.
Probably, because at least
10
the
minutes.
texture with peanut butter is nice. You know, whether it's crunchy or smooth, the texture of jelly, just jelly, this is gonna be disgusting.
Are you going to go jelly or jam?
I gotta decide. I gotta go to the grocery store.
The spread's maybe a little smoother.
I know, but then I'm just
jelly
probably just
itself.
like I just gotta
Little squeeze bottle.
Maybe make it the squeeze bottle.
No. There's no squeeze bottles. That's cheating. The propellant force of the squeeze bottle is a PED if I ever heard of one.
Wait, do I have to like use the spoon like you did?
You definitely have to use a spoon, and you cannot put the jar up to your mouth and go like that because that's just too disgusting for words.
Wait, like when you're at the end of like a bag of chips, I can't put it up to my mouth like that?
No. That is something you will regret.
See,
you don't want to do that on camera
you're
anyway,
micromanaging
Maggie.
me right now. I mean, I'm the one who's going to be...
helping you.
I'm the one who's going to be eating this thing.
Okay, you want out there on the internet an image of you with a giant thing of grape jelly spilling on your face as you can. People will be like, whatever happened to Maggie Gray? And then you cut to the video.
Whatever to Maggie's career.
Yeah, grape jelly falling all over your sweatshirt. And like,
I'll tell you what, speaking, I was always so conscious of like what photos of me were on the internet, always really conscious of it. And the one day I was just like, I don't give a crap anymore. I put on a Halloween costume. This is before you and I were doing the show.
Yeah.
I put on a Halloween costume of someone's dinosaur costume. And then 2 weeks later, I got the WFAN job. And that was the only photo they used in the New York Post
Get
and
out
all
of
these
here.
places.
So
I
you
swear,
were in a
look it
full
up.
dinosaur?
Yeah, it was Robin Lumberg, his wife's costume that he let me borrow one day.
So why did they use that? Why did they?
Because
there's a
it's
million
the most
photos.
embarrassing photo, and of course, the New York Post finds your most embarrassing photo and plasters it everywhere.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
Well,
hell of a timing by me.
I think the jelly
didn't know I
shot
was
will
getting
take
that
that
job.
over.
Yeah. All right, there we go. I'm putting myself out there. Oh, Sabrina says Jello shots, jelly shots. If I could do it in shot form,
Yeah.
now that's not so bad.
I think you could eat a lot. Jello, you could eat a lot of. That stuff goes down very smoothly.
And have you ever noticed with Jello shots, of which I have not taken a Jello shot in probably a decade, but Jello shots will always sneak up on you.
Yeah, you didn't see them coming for
Never
sure.
knew. It's like, oh, there's nothing in this Jello shot. Give me 17 more. And it's like, I'm crawling home.
Yeah.
Did you have the internet wiped of this photo? I just Google imaged you, and it's not there.
Really?
I'm not seeing any dinosaur costumes here.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, I don't know if you need to Google Maggie and dinosaur. I think
I didn't. I just put her name in. I tried both. When I did
It's not up
dinosaur, the
there?
only images that came up were actual toy dinosaurs, not Maggie.
And
Phew.
somebody named there's
Finally,
someone,
my agent's doing something. Wipe that photo off the face of the earth.
Looks
well,
like they
apparently
did.
there's a British show called Steve and Maggie, and they do a lot of dinosaur themed kids.
That's my side hustle.
Steve and
That's what I
Maggie.
do on the weekends. I fly to London.
Hello, it's Maggie, Steve and Maggie here with some marmalade.
Love it. Cam Smith's back. Lucky us. 855-212-4CBS. 855-212-4227. I guess somebody scrubbed it. I thought it was still out there. I know the New York Post put it in when I got the fan job. All right, there it is. 350 subscribers by Friday. I eat an entire jar of jelly.
While dressed as a dinosaur.
An accompaniment. I got to ask Robin Lumberg if he still has the costume. As an accompaniment to Perloff's peanut butter.
Yeah, and then if that doesn't work, we might have to have someone down a whole thing of white bread.
Here's the thing.
Kobayashi style.
If that doesn't work, yeah, CeeLo, you up? If that doesn't work, then the poster's staying.
Then Carson Wentz is inevitable.
No, then like the people have spoken. You know, there's nothing more I can do. If I'm going to sacrifice my body and eat 16 ounces of jelly, and if that doesn't get people to subscribe to youtube.com/CBS Sports Radio, then nothing will. That means Carson Wentz is here to stay, and everyone is just going to have to deal with it.
For the life of me, I can't figure out your issues with Carson Wentz. Poor Carson Wentz. You would think that, I
He
don't
never
know.
even did anything personally to any of my teams. It's not about that. As soon as I heard bad mojo for the studio, I'm all in. I'm a team player like that. You know, we're a CBS Sports Radio family. We might not all be on in the same stations and stuff, but we're all there's a brotherhood here.
Yeah, I mean, Carson Wentz has had a disappointing career, but he still won like 55% of his games or something. He's not the worst quarterback, and he's certainly not the best.
Details, 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. All right. So here we go. Now I've put myself out there. Now it's all I can do. We've given a charity for this Carson Wentz thing, and now I'm going to be sacrificing my body by eating jelly. 855-212-4CBS.
Would you grow up, Sue?
Sorry. Oh, now I see. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
I will be giving up my body to get rid of this Carson Wentz poster. What?